RMJ Movie Reviews back again with an on-the-fly movie review. Looking grimy with the Bruce Willis Last Boy Scout shadow going on. 5 o'clock shadow of Ready Player One. Directed by Steven Spielberg. Wow. Again, for the 200 millionth, 75th time, I'm a child of the 80s. I was born in 1981. So I grew up in the Spielbergian era. I'm a big fan of Steven Spielberg. Matter of fact, when I was in film school in college, it's very interesting. One of my film professors for film appreciation, because those of you out there who are film students, film graduates, whatever, know that you always got to take film appreciation, like your what do they call it? Gen Eds, like in the beginning of a film major. But anyway, I was very surprised that my film teacher he was a Steven Spielberg hater. I've met Steven Spielberg haters sporadically over the years. They're only here and there that I've met them. Mostly everybody loves Spielberg. But I have met about maybe 2 or 3 Spielberg haters. And I met about a couple of James Cameron haters too. Small numbers, but a couple. But anyway, I love Steven Spielberg. I always have. You know, I haven't seen last couple years, I haven't caught every single one of his pictures. The last one I saw was Indiana Jones 4, Crystal Skull. And, you know, I like Indiana Jones 4. I acknowledge its problems with the story. But it was fun to see Harrison Ford back again. And it was fun to hear the exaggerated punching sounds. And although I don't think that movie was nowhere near as good or as interesting as it could have been, I think in terms of an Indiana Jones movie, it was lackluster. But still, it was a fun little time waster for an adventure movie or whatever. But I believe he made a couple films after that. I didn't catch the ones after Crystal Skull. But aside from, a couple of ones I missed, Lost World, Jurassic Park, which I do not like the Lost World Jurassic Park. I've warmed up to it a tad bit when I see it on TV. But anyway, those are the only bleeps on the radar for Spielberg that I can think of right offhand. On to Ready Player One. I really like this movie. Now, was it to the level of like classic Spielberg? Like, you know what I'm saying? E.T., Poltergeist 1, because I don't care what anybody says, we all know Poltergeist 1 was directed by Steven Spielberg. Jurassic Park, the first one, Jaws, Saving Private Ryan, Schindler's List. Is it to those levels? Nah, it's not. But I still really like the film. I kind of felt Ready Player One kind of got a little bit closer to old school Spielberg than Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull did. Did I enjoy this more than Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull? No, I didn't, because that nostalgia is set in with Harrison Ford and that character. But still, I thought this was a very worthy tip of the hat to old school Spielbergian. It has pretty much all of the cliches of old school Spielberg movies. Kind of a kid from a rough family. He's kind of boyish and naive, but he's kind of becoming a manish. He's got a girl that he's in love with. He's onto this little adventure. You got an evil, maniacal government type of figure. It hits all those old school Spielbergian cliches, and it does everything you expect, and it does it well. As far as like the Avatar technology thing, it was really cool, because at first, before I saw the movie, I was kind of like, oh man, is this going to be like 100% Avatar? I don't really want to watch that. But the more I think about it, every single dang on superhero Marvel movie, special effects movie that's come out in the last 20 years has basically been this. So once I let that go, I really enjoyed the Avatar aspect of the plot. The references to old school movies and goodness, what do you call them? I can't remember what they're called, but you know what I mean. The little references, tip of the hats or whatever. They're great. There are so many in here that they're literally coming every minute, but they're part of this world. It wasn't like like if you watch a movie like Live Free or Die Hard, and then at the end Bruce Willis goes, yippee-ki-yay, and you feel like that was just plugged in because they want to make you think that it's a Die Hard movie. Not like that. These references were all, I mean, I can name right offhand all the references. Alien, Aliens, Pee-wee's Big Adventure, Beetlejuice, Michael Jackson Thriller, Prince Purple Rain, the Beastmaster, yes, the original Beastmaster, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Breakfast Club, of course, Back to the Future. We saw that in the previews. King Kong, Mortal Kombat, The Shining. I mean, it literally, the list literally goes on and on. Oh, of course, Child's Play. The list just goes on and on. And I was actually surprised at all the references from these. That's how you know Steven Spielberg is the man, and he got that moolah. Because all these are from different movie studios and franchises, but only one man can bring it all together, and that's the man, Steven Spielberg. And it was really fun. I mean, to see Chucky in a Steven Spielberg movie, to actually see Chucky on the big screen again was crazy. And to see Goro from Mortal Kombat and oh man, it was, I'm sorry, Richard Donner's Superman 1. There's so many references in this movie. It was really, the references had me geeking. And when I saw Pee-wee's Big Adventure, when I saw Pee-wee's bike from Pee-wee's Big Adventure, I damn near lost my mind, because I used to watch Pee-wee's Big Adventure like 25,000 times when that was on the Showtime cable network when I was a kid. Matter of fact, I actually found that old copy that my mother taped for me off cable way back when. I actually literally watched it, embarrassingly. But it was a great time. I really had a good time. Again, it wasn't as enjoyable as really old school Spielberg, Poltergeist, Jaws, Jurassic Park 1. But still, I thought this was a very worthy follow-up to Steven Spielberg's catalog. I enjoyed myself. The jokes were funny. I had a good time. Messed up, guys, because the way my job works, I work 12-hour shifts. So I kind of like a little bit nodded off occasionally. I didn't mean to, but, guys, when you work, those of us out there who work 12-hour shifts, I mean, regardless, look, it does a number on you a little bit. That's why I'm rocking the Last Boy Scout 5 o'clock shadow here. I nodded off like once or twice, but I was up for most of it, but still, great time. The movie said online it was 2 hours and 19 minutes. It didn't feel that long to me, but I really, really enjoyed this movie. So for Spielbergian fans and and families that just want to go see like a fun, quick and simple movie, it does everything you expect, but it's fun. Go check out Ready Player One. Thumbs up the video, subscribe to the channel, share the video, leave comments down below about Ready Player One, and ring-a-ling-ling-ling-ling-ling-ling. Don't forget to hit the bell. RMJ Movie Reviews. I'll attempt to give you guys more reviews very soon.